Giordano is back again. Today I'm back with a beautiful poem. I'd like to talk about literature, and more than literature, I would like to talk about feelings and nature. This is a topic which has always involved me so much, because I think that nature is everything, and I think that poets can express this idea of nature in a wonderful way, better than many lectures about it. The Lake Isle of Innisfree by BUTLER YEATS. I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So what is this poem about? Have you noticed? It's about a lake called the Isle of Innisfree. Well, the poem expresses the wish of the poet to move back to Innisfree, a small island of Northern Ireland. A deep nostalgia from his childhood combines with the poet's yearning from peace. The landscapes, the colors, the quiet music rhythm evoke the simple life and of the faraway island. Okay, the poem expresses the wish of the poet to go back to his homeland, to Ireland, especially to an area in Northern Ireland where he used to live, near a lake called the Lake Isle of Innisfree. Well, this is nothing special unless you have seen Ireland. Ireland is so beautiful, it's so green, it's so natural, it's so full of beauty and of everything a poet could wish to see, to interpret his feelings. But what about these feelings? What sort of feelings is he interpreting in this poem? Okay, let's go back to the first stanza. In the first stanza, and on the very first line, Yeats starts with I will arise and go now. He starts with the will. I will arise and go now. He wants to give you the idea that probably he was calm somewhere, and all of a sudden he felt this feeling. He had to go. So this will expresses the urgency of living to the people, leaving the country, leaving London, where he was staying at the moment. So he says, I will arise and go now, and I go to Innisfree. So Innisfree is the key of this poem, because probably it was the place where he wanted to be in that moment, okay? He evokes the atmosphere of nature, of that beautiful landscape. He evokes this atmosphere by talking about a small cabin built there, meaning I will build there a small cabin. A small cabin is a little house, a hut, nothing special, something very, very simple, even to build, just with wood probably. But then it tells you how. It tells you how he wants to build his cabin. He wants to build it with natural elements, with clay and wattles. Wattles normally, you can find wattles by the lake, by the shore of lakes. So even clay, okay, you can find clay. You don't have to bring it from somewhere else. You can find it there. So I will go there, and with the elements, natural elements of this lake, I will make my own little house, okay, which is actually a simple wooden cabin, okay. And then he says, okay, as a shelter, I will have my cabin. And then how will I live there? Then it tells you more. It says 9 bean rows will I have there. So I will grow my own vegetables. A hive for the honeybee. So he even adds something more, let's say, living. A living idea gives you the idea of bees getting around, because he says a hive, so a house for me, which is a very simple cabin, and a house for the bees, a hive. Okay, and I will live there. I will live alone in the bee-loud glade. So it won't really be alone, because it will be together with nature, it will be together with bees, probably will be surrounded by the sounds and the light. Okay? And then it continues in the second stanza. I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. Okay, now this is the second. If at the beginning, in the first stanza, you probably have guessed already that he was looking for some peace, or probably he was looking for a simpler life, away from London, chaotic London. Probably in the second stanza is clearer. He talks about peace. Probably that's what he wanted. He wanted to have some peace. And he says, I shall have. So at the beginning, he said, I will arise and go now. Okay? He gives you the idea of urgency. I need to go. I need to leave this place. I need to go and find myself. Okay? I need to go away from this chaos. I need to go on a very little island. I need to go to live near the place where I was born, where I came from. Okay? And then he's more specific. He says, and I shall have some peace. So he's sure that there, on that place, in the particular area, he will find some peace. Then it tells you more. It says, because for peace comes dropping slow. And this is so poetic. This is so beautiful, because it tells you how peace arrives. Peace doesn't arrive all of a sudden. It's a conquest, probably. To have some peace, you have to work. To have some peace, you have to get through yourself, to analyze, to understand yourself. Probably you had to get rid of many things to have peace. And anyway, peace comes slowly. Okay? He says peace comes dropping slow. This is very beautiful, beautiful line. He uses this verb, dropping. It's something which actually is like something invading yourself, invading your mind, invading your heart. It drops from the veils of the morning, so from the dawn, okay, from the sunrise, to the place where the cricket sings. So here we have another natural element, a cricket which sings. So in the first stanza, and the third line, on the third line, you could hear the bees, okay, the noise of bees getting around. Now you can hear a cricket singing. So even some music is present in this beautiful poem. He wants to give you the idea of life, not a lonely place where nobody is, but a place which is without people, but with animals, with little insects that gives you or takes you company, like bees, like a cricket, innocent little animals. Then he is more specific again. He says that there midnight's only glimmer. So he wants to tell you why, the reason why he wants to go back to this beautiful island, to this beautiful lake, the lake of Innisfree, because he says midnight is all a glimmer. So because it's so pure, the air is so pure, the night is so clear, you can see all little lights, all a glimmer. And noon is a purple glow, so it's a triumph of light. The light has a big, very big role in this poem, okay? And evening full of the linnet wings. Again, it gives you another little idea of how or what sort of little animals will take him company, will give him company. Linnet wings, you can hear, so there are some sounds. So remember the sounds element of the first stanza, okay? We have the be loud glade and live alone in the be loud glade. Second stanza, we have the cricket sings. And then we have now the linnet wings. First of all, there's a rhyme, of course, but it's not interesting because of the line. It's not interesting because of the rhyme. It is interesting because it talks about these little birds that normally live by the shore of a lake, like Innisfree. And so he says, in the evening, I will see all these beautiful little birds, maybe arriving, okay? And I will hear their wings in the air. And then again, after describing all this situation, he expresses his wish, his nostalgia of the place. He says, I will arrive and go now. So he feels the urge, he feels the need to go right now. For always night and day, so it's clear now, for always night and day, I hear lake water lapping. So again, this poem, the sound is very important. So not only the sight, okay, everything he sees, it makes you see everything he sees on the island, but also the sound, okay? He talks about, before he talked about the linnet wings, you can see and you can hear them, okay? And then he talks about water lapping with the low sounds by the shore. What is more peaceful, what is more relaxing than the sound of the water lapping by the shore? I think nothing. I think that this is the most relaxing sound in nature. The sounds of water lapping by the shore. And then he concludes, he finishes the poem. He says, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement grey. So there's this strong contrast, this beautiful landscape, this beautiful nature. At the end, the late eye of Innisfree. It's a very simple poem, but the ideas and the concept, the images that it conveys are very important, are fundamental in anybody's life, and especially in the life of an artist. Probably Yeats' life was not so easy. Probably he was really feeling nostalgic of his own homeland. Probably he wanted to go back to Ireland, and probably he couldn't at the moment when he was there. But this is very important to understand, that it's very important to see how strong this feeling was, and how in a very simple way he expressed this idea, this feeling. He expressed this idea by describing natural elements, and let's say by combining perfectly his feelings to the feelings that nature normally conveys. So this is, we can say that in this is a bit romantic. There's a romantic element in this poem, because we can see that there's a perfect correspondence between the poet's feelings, the human feelings, and nature. Nature is the key to our problems, to our troubles. I hope you like the poem as I like it, and I hope to see you soon next time. If you liked it, thumb up, big kiss, bye.